All right, what's going on, guys? Have some car trouble, so gotta go, gotta go get that fixed today. But this news came out, and I thought we would talk about it because it's regarding Avengers Doomsday, and apparently, it is crazy. So, this comes from Marvel Studios spoilers. Apparently, this came from Alex from Cosmic Circus, and this is the basic plot for Avengers Doomsday. So I'm gonna give you 5 seconds to go away if you don't want to see it. My intro is gonna roll right now. So essentially, there's a lot of crazy news. There's subplots and everything, and this is from Marvel Studios spoilers. It came from Alex from Cosmic Circus, and yeah, let's talk about it. So first up, let me pop it up for you real quick. Okay, this is regarding the first subplot called the Final Incursions. We're about to see an incursion unfold for the first time on screen in Avengers Doomsday in real time. So obviously we were teased at it with the Marvels where Monica had to go through and stop it. The incursion will be between Earth 616 and the Divergent X-Men universe. The Divergent X-Men universe is the one that Monica was in, the 1005. Calls it the Divergent X-Men universe because it's essentially going to be treated as in the same fashion that Daredevil received, i.e. we're not going to address anything that happened before or its canonicity. We're just bringing it in and boom, done. So Marvel's not going to explain anything. It's just going to be like, what? For general audience purposes, the main idea is that the Divergent X-Men universe is going to be the one that is set after the events of Days of Future Past. I'm going to have to rewatch that. Or rather, a variant of that universe where similar events happened. I'm literally going to have to rewatch that. So, we're going to have 2 Hugh Jackman Wolverines, I'm assuming. This is how Rebecca Romijn's Mystique is going to return. Obviously, we saw her announced. Alex asks as to what X-Men are in this film. Everyone you saw at the end of Days of Future Past is fair game, which is going to be amazing. And to his and everyone else's understanding, Jean Grey and Storm will be in this lineup of the X-Men as well. Likely be Fam Jensen and Halle Berry, who were I've already said this. This is literally something I was talking about yesterday. As for Deadpool and Wolverine, Alex claims he's heard they're involved too. Yes, because obviously at this point in time, there's going to be 2 Wolverines, and Deadpool is in that universe. As Alex did say, they got to that universe. I can't remember if they said 5 years after or 5 years before Monica got to that universe. As confirmed, Gambit will be a part of this lineup as well. Alex has been informed that Elektra and Wesley Snipes' Blade is also expected to return, as well as Daphne Keene's X-23. Also alludes to Nicolas Cage Ghost Rider reprising his role. He raises some important questions. What exactly is their motivation? Why are they here? So I'm assuming it's going to be more along the lines of, you know, it's kind of like the Sonyverse all being put together if that universe would have ever became a thing. And obviously that's really cool that, you know, all this is going to be put together and we're going to have a like cohesive universe, which I really like. But next up, we are going to be talking about Monica Rambeau. She's the anchor that's currently pulling Earth 616 and X-Men Earth into each other. She's the reason the incursion between those 2 Earths is happening. She, however, doesn't know it yet, and her goal is to try and get home before things get worse. Her side of the story revolves around trying to reverse the effects of the incursion. Alex calls it interesting given that she'll be paired up with Lashana Lynch Binary, aka Maria Rambeau, last seen in the Marvels film. From what Alex was told, they share a mother-daughter story, and the whole purpose of it is to revolve the issue from WandaVision where Monica was unable to... Obviously, I feel like that's like a big obviously. So while they're trying to find the way to reverse the polarity of the incursion between the 2 Earths is already happening, and neither one knows what's happening. All they think is that their world is being invaded, and that the only way they can save this world is by defeating and destroying the other. So obviously they're literally taking the Hickman incursion kind of thing going on. They're saying, hey, we have to destroy, you know, 616 in order to save the X-Men universe, or destroy the X-Men universe in order to save the 616. And obviously Monica is dream walking in a sense, but she's not. She's just in the other universe leaving her carbon footprint, which is causing the incursions to come together and bam, hit each other. But next up, let's talk about the heart of the matter, the X-Men vs. Avengers storyline coming to fruition. This was apparently the purpose of the setup for the post-credit scene for Captain America Forward by the leader. Claims that he may or may not have implanted this idea in Sam's head. So when this happens, the Avengers, led by Sam, will basically go toe-to-toe with the X-Men. The whole X versus A storyline aspect of Doomsday Plot brings up a rumor that this is a movie where Savage Hulk is going to make a comeback and fight Wolverine. However, it's only going to be a small part, kind of like in the Avengers film when Hulk fought Thor. Because of the incursion, we'll get to see the X-Men and the Brotherhood team up against the Avengers. Alex said, which I'm sorry, but the MCU's Avengers are so cooked. And it's such an obvious opinion, but at the same time, that's so cool. We're going to see all of the X-Men team up against all of the Avengers. Obviously, the Avengers have a crappy lineup. It would be better if they had their actual lineup that was the original lineup, but it is what it is. And next up, let's go on to talk about this. Carol's subplot, aka Captain Marvel. Carol feels guilty about losing Monica, so she wants to bring her back. She's doing everything she can to analyze the bangle and recreate the event that separated them, which is really effing dangerous, and enlists the help of Banner and Wong, which is how they tie into Shang-Chi's post-credit scene. Finally! That's awesome. Meanwhile, Kamal is on a recruitment journey to try and find the young heroes, and is also on her own mission to use the bangle to try and find a way to get into Earth safely and to bring Monica home and stop the incursion from happening. So they each have a bangle, I'm assuming, and they're each trying to bring back Monica. I do love that they're actually tying this in from the Marvels, and they're gonna be posting these post-credit scenes together. Finally, Shang-Chi's gonna tie in, and that's probably why he's gonna appear in this film. But next up, it gets even better. Check this one out, the Fantastic Four subplot. All living happily in their own universe, except Reed toys around with the fabric of existence because he keeps trying to find other worlds. Points out that the smartest man alive being dumb is a common thread here. Spider-Man's goal. Doesn't want to deal with this. Obviously, why would you want to? Gets forced into it. Alex Hurdy gets a symbiote suit, and it's basically the No Way Home final suit, but black and white. And Doctor Strange and Clea get involved with Doom. I hate that Doctor Strange and Clea are going to be involved in this part. Obviously, it's going to be like, you know, Sheriff Strange, and I'm hoping we get the Black Priests and the Black Swans and everything. And then Spider-Man, obviously Peter, after going through all these events and whatnot, and wanting to be done with this and nobody remembering who he was, he wants to be out of it, but he's being dragged in once again. And then the last part is the Doctor Doom part. Are y'all ready? Because this sounds amazing. Doom's subplot. Thinks he's the hero, new mask, same task. Robert Downey Jr. Hates and blames Kang and the TVA. I love that they're going to touch upon Kang and the TVA. I hope they do at least. Final part of the movie, all roads lead to the TVA. Full-on variant multiversal war erupts into the TVA. Loki's the MacGuffin, and Sylvie has a tragic Shakespeare implying she dies. Obviously, from what we understand, Sylvie is bringing up all these different variants and having them, you know, to stop something. That's what Alex said originally. Obviously, having them all invade on the TVA and finally destroying the TVA in that garbage place would be amazing. I love that Doctor Doom is like, Kang has been holding me back. Kang has been blocking us and stopping us from being the real universe and has been separating us for all of, you know, eternity. And I love this, and I love the way this is all tying in. It seems like it's all going to be one coherent story at the end. But let me know what you guys thought. As always, my name is Brett. I'll catch you guys in the next one. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.